And guess what? You might lose your license. So sometimes let us not talk about our money and put how many shifts we are working out there, because it might look very innocent, but it can put you in trouble. Or do not come to Facebook or whatever to vent about, how, a patient you had, what happened. You never know who is listening. If you're going to do something which involves a female and involves, you might need to do an exam.
Have someone else with you.
Have somebody else with you there.
Especially a female.
Yeah. You're going to put in a catheter for a female? Have somebody there with you.
The 2026 annual conference of the Kenyan Nurses Association of America, KNAA, is happening in Baltimore from September 17th through the 19th at the Sheraton Baltimore North Hotel in Towson, Maryland. Early registration is now open at $250 until July 1st. After that, it goes up to $300. Vendor and sponsorship opportunities are also available, but space is limited. Registration details are on your screen, and the links are pinned in the comments and description below. For inquiries, call 848-224-1201 or email info@kenyannursesUSA.org. That's info@kenyannursesUSA.org. The other thing that is also of concern is the issue of legal liability. Has this been an issue? Is it something that KNAA is addressing, for people especially young nurses who may not be familiar with what they're potentially exposed to?
Yeah, so
like giving wrong medication.
Yeah. So when it comes to legal, first let's start from, our nurses avoiding to put things on social media, because there are things social media does not forget. So you don't want to put, let's say you're working 3 jobs. You don't want to put out there that I'm working 3 jobs. I'm working 2 jobs here and there and there. Who is watching? So you go to work, you make a mistake. What are they going to say?
It's because you're working.
Exhaustion.
Yes,
you
exhausted,
don't have time to rest. And guess what? You might lose your license. So sometimes let us not talk about our money and put how many shifts we are working out there, because it might look very innocent, but it can put you in trouble. Or do not come to Facebook or whatever to vent about, how, a patient you had, what happened. You never know who is listening.
Yeah.
I have an example. When COVID hit, somebody put something innocent on the website and under a nurse practitioner group, and I liked the comments.
Oh, just liking.
Liking the comments.
Wow.
That's how, people have to be very careful. Liking the comments. I used to work for a company. I can say it. The company, the legal, they have like people who go through social media. They reached out to me.
For liking.
And this is a closed group.
So they
started asking me, they have access. There's nothing like closed groups. People need to know that. They asked me questions about the posts. Do you know the person? I said, I don't know the person. I just like the post because, what is happening. We need to, close so that, that time when COVID hits.
Yeah.
So we need to be, I thought maybe we need to close so that because we are seeing patients at home, we don't carry, whatever we are carrying from one patient to the other, or what I'm carrying to the patient. So that was my, that's why I liked the post. So the guy was nice. He spoke to me for a long time, and he gave me advice and told me, be very, very careful. It doesn't matter that if a group is closed, it doesn't matter that we don't have access. Yeah. We are always there watching and seeing everything going on. So it was a long interview. I can't disclose exactly the questions they had to ask.
Yeah.
But so our nurses, I didn't do anything wrong, of course, but our nurses have to be very, very careful on what they put on social media. Some of them have I saw there's one who had put something about a catheter and lost her license. So what we put on social media is really, we really have to watch because it has legal implications. So that's why we have, and anytime you have a problem at work, if you know that you've been accused of something, look for an attorney immediately.
Wow.
Don't answer your manager. They might come to you sounding so nice. Oh,
Yeah,
No,
to be used.
it's not your they are not for your interest.
Yeah, their management. Yes.
Yeah, always have your insurance, malpractice insurance, if it's cheap. Even if your hospital has given you, or wherever you're working, they've given you malpractice, have your
own.
malpractice insurance. Call
So
your
you're-
malpractice
You're
insurance.
paying that out of pocket, that malpractice insurance.
Yeah, it's not
It
that
covers you.
expensive. It covers
Okay.
you.
Oh.
So you can call your malpractice. They can give you an attorney
Yeah.
who is cheaper, and then you can confide to your attorney, this is what's going on, and then they can, instead of you responding, they can
It is
respond
the
on your
lawyer
behalf.
responding, yeah.
Wow.
So that's where you don't put yourself in trouble. So there are things that, of course, you don't need a lawyer to respond, but there are things you'd really need. If you feel like this is going to put me in trouble, have an attorney respond on your behalf.
Wow. What about male nurses? Because male nurses, have different kinds of challenges. Because you see sometimes men in nursing face a different kind of pressure when it comes to boundaries with patients, when it comes to suspicions, accusations, cultural stereotypes, and maybe they need to be extra careful, especially in intimate settings. What should people understand about the experience of male nurses in the U.S., Daktari?
Yeah, I think male nurses have advantages and disadvantages. So as a
Okay.
male nurse, you can actually move up the ladder quickly if you really wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
because
Allah.
There's few of them.
There are few of them, and we have more men, more women, so they kind of tend to treat you better. So yeah, that's an advantage. But the disadvantage also is a patient can accuse you of something, and
And
you
have
might
no.
yeah. I can go to a patient's room and say, "Oh, you look beautiful today." It won't have a problem. They won't have a problem with me saying you're beautiful. But a male nurse came in and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you look beautiful today." It changes.
Yeah.
So we have to be very, very careful
No
on
compliments.
what we say.
Yeah.
What we say. We can get away as women. We can get away with a few things you
Yeah.
say. But, because as women, we like complimenting each other. Or, "Oh, your hair looks pretty." But a man can't say that.
No.
Because it can be taken, so we have to
Correct,
be very
yes.
careful on how what we do, and also be very careful before even you touch a patient. You just tell them, "Look, I'm going to draw your blood. This involves me touching your arm and, doing this and this and this." And some of things you're going to do sometimes, just have somebody with you. If you're going to do something which involves a female and involves, you might need to do an exam,
Have someone else with you.
have somebody else with you there. So
Especially a
that's,
female.
Yeah.
you're going to put in a catheter for a female, have somebody there with you, so that you cover yourself, because it can come up with
Yeah,
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
I can go in without, and I put a catheter on a man by myself, and it won't be a problem. But for a man, it will be a problem.
Yes. That's
So
interesting.
always have somebody with you, just to cover yourself in situations where you know that it might go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
the
is so
male
profound.
nurses. That's interesting that she says that, because you
That she
normally-
can put a catheter on a male
Yeah.
patient
Yes.
by herself.
Yes.
But when it's a man, like
or
doing
even
it,
attend to a male, and even
Yes.
to the point where they live and tell you unatoa nguo nini, they see problem.
Yeah.
Lakini a male
But if it's
can't-
the other way
a
around,
male
yeah, a
cannot,
male
a male
can't do
nurse,
that,
no,
yeah.
no. Normally you at least either a female will come and do it, or atakuwa na backup.
yeah.
Watakuja
But even
wawili.
us, women, we also still need backup. But
Yes.
it's, we are not as yeah,
Males are more susceptible.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay to also have like somebody there with you when some of these things you're doing, so that's
Okay.
In your nurses, them waigwa. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
guy here.
I think these are small details that can, have, very serious consequences against your career that sometimes young people are not even aware of and don't even know. They just hear, nursing is good, you're going to make good money, and they maybe do not have an understanding of, the requirements and the vigor of the profession itself that is required.
But where there is a big actually problem
Yeah.
is the nurses who are coming from Kenya. Those are the ones who have a bigger problem than even the young nurses who are born here.
Okay.
Because there is a disconnect.
They don't understand the social culture
Yes.
of the US.
Exactamundo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are actually have more issues than the nurses who have trained in the US.
Okay.
Because they understand what is going on.
Yeah.
So that's what we really want to do when the nurses come here. We want to make sure they have mentors,
Okay.
somebody to mentor them, somebody
Yeah.
they can call and
Yeah.
when they have a situation. I have this situation. What do I
Yeah.
do?
Mhm.
You know, we walk them through.
And trying to understand the
Yeah. You go to the bathroom, call somebody, and ask them what do I do in this situation, and somebody's there to help you, and that's where we're here as an organization.
okay, good.